Hey everybody, how's it going? James Boyd, JB-Barbell, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about marketing and how crucial that is to your business. I want to get straight into this. I hate those videos where you watch 10 minutes of content and you never actually walk away with a clear picture of what you want to do next. So I'm going to give you 3 things today that you can definitely walk away and take action so that you are taking those next steps when it comes to marketing. I know in the past I've done a lot of videos on like the big picture, the ideas, kind of really making sure that you have a good idea of what you're getting into as well as what you'll need to succeed, which is very important. I mean, the game plan is definitely important. So the first one, going right to it, is going to be a website. And I know that sounds pretty obvious, and a lot of the other things I might say sound obvious, but listen to what I have to say, and we'll go from there. There's a lot of different places out there that you can host your website and make it your own. But what I would tell you to do is to partner with a website out there that does it all in one. So companies like Zen Planner or Wodify, these companies are geared towards our niche of the business. They are set up for primarily CrossFit gyms, but just gyms in general. It can be yoga studio, any regular gym, but mainly CrossFit, and that's what we're talking about today. So they're gonna do things like be able to provide a good landing page to where it's going to make it very smooth and easy for people that visit that to be filtered through, contact you, and get a touch base as far as getting them in the door and starting that process. Because I always found that connecting with people was the most difficult part, but once I was able to meet with them and show them what I'm able to offer, then pretty much went pretty smoothly from there. So they are not only going to be able to provide a good platform for that, but they are going to provide merchant services, for example, payments, how that's going to go through, keeping those automated so that they're going through every month, and not only does the client not have to worry about it and readdress it each month, but same thing with you, and it just creates a good flow for that. They're going to be able to track attendance, provide a platform for workouts, and a bunch of more things. The point is that you're going to pay for one service, but you're going to get a lot more. Why not go with one that's going to be optimal for what it is we do? I'm not affiliated with Zen Planner or Wodify or anyone like that. I haven't used Wodify. I looked into them. It really depends on how big your gym is and how big your gym's going to get, on what might be best to suit your needs, and that and just general preference. You'd really have to dive into each one of those. So those are the 2 I'd recommend. There's probably more out there. So your first step is going to be research these companies, set up something with them, and get started. The second thing is going to be content. Now you're going to want to create content. What I mean by content, it's probably stuff you're already doing. If not, then definitely need to be doing this. You are going to create Instagram posts, Facebook pages, posting on there, Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok, I don't care. You just want to get on as many things as possible. When you look at people today, whether they're driving their car, or they're walking through the mall, or wherever you see them, they're generally on their phones and they're on these apps. So you need to be on there, and you need to be reminding them what it is you do, because it's not initially the first time we see something that we end up clicking on it or investigating it. It might be numerous posts, and eventually they'll be like, well, that actually looks kind of cool, I like that. Or okay, what is going on here? What are these crazy people doing? That's going to do a couple different things as well. It's going to provide you content for our third thing, which we're going to go into in a second. But so YouTube's really good, Instagram, Facebook, and you could also set up your settings to where maybe you're just good at Facebook, maybe you're just good at Instagram, that Twitter, whatever, that when you post on one, it posts across all the medias. So one, it's less work for you, and you're covering as much as possible, getting to as many people as possible. There are also companies out there, and I have experimented with that too, that can take the handle on that. They can make posts for you, they can monitor the posts, they can see who's seeing it, they can do a bunch of stuff, and I won't go into too much of that, but that gives you an idea, if that's really not your thing and you don't want to touch it at all, that there are options out there for you. The third thing and the final thing that you're going to do is going to be advertisement. Now, obviously there's many plethora of options when it comes to advertising. I, in my opinion and experience, would recommend things that are very targeted. So things like Facebook ads. You can target age, gender, likes, dislikes, where they're located, and all these factors can come into play. There's no point in me putting out advertisements for the whole world to see and paying for that, maybe clicks, etc., if the only people that are going to come to my gym are the people in the 15-mile radius, or people that work in that 15-mile radius as well. It could also be that when you create your content and you send out the advertisement for those ads, things that are going to work to attract guys might not be things that are going to attract women, because they tend to have their own, and everyone's different, and some things will intermingle, but maybe guys want certain strength gains or look a certain way, and women might be shy at first when it comes to that stuff, and they might want a different kind of body type. So you want to maybe just have certain ads that are the only girls are going to see, or age groups are going to see, or people that are local to you. So other things for that would be, like I've tried Yelp and Google ads and things like that, but I definitely think when you put enough money, bang for your buck, Facebook's probably your best bet. And again, anywhere I've listed today, I'm not affiliated with. These are just things I've tried. Free option, if you haven't quite got the budget for it, and this is still something good to do regardless, and I've mentioned this before in videos, is to go door to door. Especially when you know your location, or maybe even before you move in there, you can go door to door and say, hey, I just moved in the area, or will be moving in the area, here's some information about us. It could be as simple as that, or it could be a business and you can go, hey, obviously moving in, I'd love to promote your business, can I take some of your business cards, do you mind if I leave some of mine? That's a really good relationship, especially if it's like your right next door neighbor. Remember, you're going to be dropping weights and maybe having loud music, especially for people that work. You're going to be there early hours, and some people that are going to come and be late hours. You want to be as polite as possible and create those good relationships. There are a lot of different options, just circling right quick back to the Facebook thing, I find boot camps and things of that nature seem to be doing really well. So selling like packages and things like that to get people in the door. Again, once you get somebody in the door, you then give them the opportunity to fall in love with it. There are apps out there as far as advertisements go that I've used. One of them I've used is called Thumbtack, and that's a very one-on-one personal connection where you just not reaching the masses as much, but people that are already looking for personal training, it allows you to connect with them and go from there. That's one of the bigger ones that I used to start with, but found that it was a little bit slower of a build, but still an option, especially if you are just doing personal training. There are probably other apps out there too, but that would be the one that comes to mind that I can recommend for you. So those are 3 things that you can do today. So you're going to start a website that's going to be the right website. You're going to create content and be across the board for all of it. And then you're going to come up with ads, maybe with that content or something else, and start focusing on what works and what doesn't work as far as targeting your audience. The last thing, once you do have a community or start to grow one, every single one of those members is way more important than trying to get another new member. And don't forget that. These people will be like family to you. You're going to spend a lot of time with them, and word of mouth is genuinely worth a lot more than paid advertisement or content that you put out there. People trust their friends and family, and if they say, hey, this is a good, fun spot to be at, and good people, good times, they're probably going to listen. So keep that all in mind. Other than that, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that, let me know. I'd be happy to talk more about this. Again, marketing is huge. You need to have people in your gym to be able to train them, to be able to make money, to keep a gym open. All right? So really focus on this part. And as always, stay strong.